What is going on, college basketball fans? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about Purdue basketball because they have one of the best returning lineups from last season, a lot of returning production from last season, and have made the necessary pickups this offseason through the portal, through recruiting, to where I think that they are a certified top 5 team heading into next season and potentially the best team heading into next season of college basketball. This is going to be pretty similar to the Louisville video I did not too long ago, where I thought they had one of the best transfer portal off seasons in college basketball, and I'm ready to break it down. I'm ready to get started. Just want to say subscribe if you guys are new. We do a ton of college basketball content here on the channel, and hit that like button if you guys enjoy, and let's get right into it. So, returning from last year, they have one of the best, if not the best, point guards of last season in Braden Smith. In my opinion, he is the best returning point guard, maybe one of the best returning players from last year, and he is going to be a true senior this year. Last year he averaged 16 points per game, 4 rebounds, and almost 9 assists at 8.7 assists. It wouldn't surprise me if he was able to get to 10 assists per game next year and average a double-double. If not, he is going to be damn close. He is a fantastic point guard. He can also shoot it. He has really leveled up his game this past season when it comes to shooting the ball and also just scoring the ball in general. He is excellent in the pick and roll, especially with this guy, the other returning player that is going to have a massive impact, Trey Kaufman-Renn. TKR is a 6'9" big man who is probably going to end up playing the power forward next season because of a few guys we are going to talk about here a bit later. But he averaged 20 points per game, 6 rebounds per game, and 2 assists this past season. He is going to be such a big piece to next season's team for Purdue. Also returning Fletcher Loyer, another true senior who is going to be playing the wing, shooting 44% from behind the arc, averaged 14 points per game this past season. If he can take it up to another level for his senior year, that could honestly take this Purdue team to national championship caliber for this upcoming year. Fletcher Loyer is going to be maybe the biggest X factor on this team. They are also returning Daniel Jacobson, who was a true freshman last year and was a 7'4" center. And he did play last year, and he did play good in a couple of games that he did get some time in, but he did suffer an injury, which took him out for the entire season last year. So he might actually get an injury red shirt or just a normal red shirt because he didn't play that many games. And he might still be considered a freshman for this upcoming season. But like I said, he is 7'4", and I'm not even sure if he is going to start at the center position because of another guy that we are going to talk about that they did pick up in the transfer portal. They are also returning CJ Cox and Jakari Harris, 2 freshmen that got minimal minutes last year but could see some more time this upcoming year as they are returning and help this team off the bench. Other pickups that they do have through the transfer portal, we got Oscar Clough, who is honestly probably a top 10 transfer portal get from South Dakota State. He averaged 17 points per game, 12 boards, and 3 assists last year for the Jackrabbits, and he is another 7-footer listed at 7 foot tall. They have him at 7 foot, Daniel Jacobson at 7'4", and Trey Kaufman-Renn returning at about 6'9". So the size is back for Purdue. We thought we got rid of it whenever they had Zach Edey, and before that they had Travion Williams paired with Zach Edey as well. They are always loading up with the big men. Matt Painter knows how to get them, and he knows how to use them as well, which is what makes this team so scary. They got some giants once again. Another transfer portal pickup, another really good shooter, could possibly be the other starting wing next to Fletcher Loyer, and he also shoots the ball at a very high rate, shooting 42% from behind the arc and averaging 13 points per game. He is a transfer from North Florida. Whether he does end up starting or not, I do expect him to be a huge piece off the bench or expect him to be a huge piece for this team, especially when it comes to shooting the rock. That is going to be his role. And the final player I want to talk about is a guy that they have recruited out of the Euro League. Matt Painter has got himself another guy, and that is marh from the FIBA Euro League, and he is going to be only a freshman guard at 6'3", and last year in the FIBA League he averaged 18 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. He is another guy that I could see starting at the 3. I do think that 4 of the spots in the starting 5 are pretty filled, and it could go either way depending on the fit. In my opinion, I do think there is a clear better player for that 5th spot, but depending on the fit of the lineup, I could see multiple people starting at the small forward position for Purdue. Some key losses that they do have: Miles Colvin, Caleb First, and Cam Heide was the big one. I really would have liked to see them bring Cam Heide back off the bench. That would have been huge for them. But as far as their potential lineup, you're looking at a starting point guard of Braden Smith, who, like I said, he could be the best player in college basketball next year. He is definitely going to be up there and in the discussion. At shooting guard, you got Fletcher Lawyer, who you know what you're going to get from him. 14 points per game, shooting 44% from behind the arc. Like I said, big X factor. If he can take his game to the next level, that could really elevate this Purdue team into national championship level. Even if he stays at what he was last year, I still think there is potential for a national championship run out of this team. And then at the small forward position, this was the position that I feel like could go either way, and that is between the transfer from North Florida, Liam Murphy, or the pickup that they got from overseas, the freshman marh. Now, this could go either way. marh, I believe, is probably the better player. But if you're looking for a pure catch-and-shoot shooter, I'd probably go with Liam Murphy to kind of play that small forward role, and then you could have marh come off the bench, and even if you want to give Braden Smith a little bit of a break, you still have a playmaker on the floor in Marh, and he could play either the 1 or the 2 off the bench and be a huge piece in the rotation for this team either way. At the 4, you got TKR moving to the 4 at power forward position. They are going to be running 2 big men. I don't see a world where they have all these bigs and they are not running 2 big men in their lineup. TKR, I believe, is going to be a huge piece at the 4 for this team. And at the center position, I do have them starting Oscar Clough, their transfer pickup from South Dakota State. 7-footer, averaged 12 boards per game and 17 points per game last year, and is just going to be a monster down low. Is it possible that Daniel Jacobson just takes a monster leap and they decide they can't hold back, he has to start? It's possible, but I would say Daniel Jacobson off the bench. And if you got Daniel Jacobson, marh coming off of the bench along with CJ Cox and Harris, that is a very good 9-man rotation there that I think is going to be very tough for teams to beat this season. Purdue has such a good team. Matt Painter has done it again with these Giants. Who is going to stop them? Let me know down below in the comment section. And if you guys were holding back on Purdue being one of the top teams heading into next season, does this video change your mind, or do you still think that even if they are one of the top teams throughout the regular season, they are going to fall early in the tournament once again? Although they've kind of shooken that narrative the past couple of years, making it to the national championship game where they lost to a very, very stacked UConn team, and then last year made it to the Sweet 16, losing to Houston, who went all the way to the championship game, and they were in a close battle with Houston. But let me know what you guys think, guys. I think that this team is absolutely loaded. I think they have for sure Final Four potential and even national championship potential. They are for sure going to be a top 3 team for me throughout this entire offseason heading into college basketball. So I can't wait for the season, guys. Expect more videos like this, college basketball content coming your way. We had a few pretty big transfer portal commits happen over the past couple of days, so expect a video talking about some of them coming up here soon as well. And yeah, guys, subscribe if you guys are new, hit that like button if you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for watching.